Hi, everybody, and welcome to another Tuesday Tidbits. We are excited to be here once again. As you can see, I'm still in my big recliner, relaxing and recuperating. I told you last week that I had the surgery. What we found out this past Thursday was that I managed to get all the cancer out, cancer-free, and we're taking care of him. And that was a weekend of celebration, I guarantee it. So it was a lot of hard work, recuperating and getting to walk again and everything else. I'm still resting, but I'm still also doing a lot of work. I spend a lot of time in my desk chair, so tonight I'm in my recliner here and relaxing. So this week we're going to talk to you a little bit about a couple of different things that we've got going on. First, if you are on Goodreads, I think we just finished a Behind the Mask giveaway, and we are doing a Come Halloween giveaway. So if you go to the book, Come Halloween on Goodreads, had a little brain fart there. If you go to Goodreads, look up Come Halloween, you should be able to get involved in the giveaway specifically for the people on Goodreads to follow. So get involved in that. I think we gave away 3 books of Behind the Mask here recently for Goodreads. We're going to be doing more books and more giveaways on there. So if you're on Goodreads, follow me. Become my friend, get involved, like the books, add them to your to-be read list, your TBR list, and get involved of the giveaways. There's even a spot on there on my author page on Goodreads where you can ask me any questions you want to ask, so feel free to do that. So, where are we at? Well, to celebrate the release of Come Halloween, of Behind the Mask, we've actually put Come Halloween on sale for 99 cents this week, or next 2 weeks. It's already been on sale for 1 week. 2 more weeks going until Halloween. So you can get it for 99 cents to celebrate the release of the companion book to Come Halloween. Now, there's been a little confusion about Behind the Mask. They get so excited about Kelly's story, the sister in here, the little tidbits of information that I sprinkle throughout this story, that they want to know her story. Well, her story is Come Halloween, so it's already out. So you can go get it now for 99 cents and see what everybody is talking about. We've had great reviews. I think Behind the Mask now has nothing but 5-star reviews. So go pick it up. Some sexy, steamy stories, and a lot of angst in there with the romances and stuff. So pick these up now before they lose their sale. Now, what else is happening? Taming Carla, the second in the Harper Twins series, is out for pre-order, also for 99 cents. Monday it goes live, and it will go up to $2.99. So you want to get it now while you can for only 99 cents. Now, this is a fun story. I'm working on a blog post for Monday in order to tell you a little bit more about Carla. Now, Carla had a rough lessons in life in high school that made her bitter towards men and relationships. She's 25 now, and she's found a man that intrigues her, but she still doesn't trust the relationship and romance world, which is fine because Mitch Greenaway doesn't want romance, and he's not your typical person to go for a typical relationship. The people who are reviewing this for me right now, I've heard some great things about how they just can't put it down and how the characters grip them and everything else. So you're going to enjoy this. The 3rd book in this series, Always Amy, will come out in January. So you want to get caught up. Sibling Rivalry is the first. Taming Carla, get it now. Be ready for Always Amy. I think Always Amy is going to be a little different than the first 2, because we're going to be dealing with broken relationships and everything else in that one. So you're going to have to get involved to see. Some of it you find in Taming Carla, it'll all come to a head in Always Amy. So be picking this up and getting ready. Now, you've heard me talk about it in the past, being part of Millie Taden's Kindle World, Sassy Ever After. Shards of Sass is now with the final editing with my editor. So we'll be getting that back here real soon. And we could put it out November 9th when a bunch of books from a bunch of talented authors are going to be released in this world. Now, I've already started the second one on this series of mine in this world called Blades of Sass. It's exciting to follow the characters in a different world and a different environment for me, but it's also made me think differently about shifters in the paranormal world and how I write about them. This is actually the first shifter I've ever written, but it's put a taste in there. We got stuff coming up that I'll share with you in a little bit. Shards of Sass is good November 9th. Be ready for that. So what does that leave me to work on? Well, technically right now nothing, because Under the Wrapping is with my beta readers and I haven't gotten it back yet. So this is my Christmas story, the sequel to Ribbons and Bows. And I've been tossing around the idea with the way Under the Wrapping ended. I think there will actually be a third book next year. So be following this, Under the Wrapping. It's going to go up for pre-order for the end of the week, also for 99 cents, so you can get a taste of it. Be paying attention and get caught up in the series, Ribbons and Bows, for your holiday reading. Okay? So that leaves me working a first draft with Always Amy, Blades of Sass, and the third in my Warrior of the Way series, The Warrior's Blade. That one is going to have 3 more books after The Warrior's Blade, so at least 6 in that. But I have a spin-off series called The Cauldron Coven, following Buttercup and the Witches of the Murky Cauldron. And it's just good. The storylines are lining up, and they're just a lot of fun to look at. So be ready for those. Some intense urban fantasy, swords, magic. You're going to love it. So what else is happening? My Robbie's Rascals book and chat this week. We have Terry Edney coming in to talk about Space Coast Book Lovers, an event, of course, dear to my heart because we put it on right here at the Space Coast. But if you're a part of my Rascals, and many of you have joined, and I appreciate it, we have a great time in that group. Look it up on Facebook and be a part. We do giveaways. We celebrate birthdays. We actually have 20 random packs going out of swag to different people in my Rascals group, which is exciting to know about. So, Paranormal, I told you that Shifters was something that I was getting caught up in and stuff like that. So I've actually went to the library and did a bunch of research this week on animal traits, animal habits. What I like to write as close to the back in the day, like when I do my urban fantasy, I go to folklore and mythology, and instead of what you find on TV today, I want to go back and research. So I did the same thing with the Paranormal and the Shifter world. I wanted to go back and see what is the trait of a Florida panther, what is the trait of a wolf, what is the trait, what do they really, really do? And so we've been doing that. So we've actually started creating our own world with paranormals, with shifters and vampires and witches that the girls and I are talking about and fleshing out. And we're just having a great time with it. And you'll hear more about that in the next 2 or 3 months coming up as we get more of a foundation with it. So we're excited about it. You will be excited about it, so stay tuned. Now, let's get to some of your questions. First, Jerry asked, what did I edit out of Behind the Mask? To be honest with you, Jerry, I didn't edit anything out of Behind the Mask. I actually added things to Behind the Mask. When I write, my first draft is I want to get an idea down. And I know that as I'm writing it, there will be a lot of holes in the story. And as I'm getting closer to the end, usually about the midway point, it all starts to click as to what's really going to happen, whether I intended it to happen or not. This is the path the story is going. And so I then wind up going back and adding a bunch of material to the beginning of the book to make it all flow. So it's not that I edit anything out of my stories usually. As far as in the revision process, I add quite a bit. Then my editor takes a chunk out here and there, but that's about it. Now Barbie asked, what other genre would I like to try writing in? So far I've done urban fantasy, I've done all kinds of romance, steamy romance, new adult romance, erotic romance, and I've had fun with them. I've got a short story out there, basically about a gun and the path that it follows and the hands that wind up using it. I have 3 stories out there, novelettes actually, that deal with slice of life stuff, more general fiction as opposed to anything else. So the things that I have in the works, I've got a mystery series that I will be putting out. I'm going to get more into the paranormal with some pure witch series, as well as some of all the other paranormals involved. Some deeper fantasy with elves and swords and magic going on, and then I think I said mystery, and those areas there, we're going to be dealing with some dark issues in the next couple of years with things that I've mapped out. I have books mapped out for the next 2 or 3 years that I want to write in the series and stuff. The fun part about, somebody asked me here recently of how many books that I put out this year. This year we have put out 7 books and 1 box set. The Fangirls box set we put out at the beginning of the year, and then by the time Under the Wrapping comes out, that'll be 7 books. Next year, we're going to slow down just a little bit, and it'll be at least 6, maybe 7. We may have a box set too. Who knows? We may stay with the same number. But it's fun to keep writing. I just can't wear everybody else out with the beta readers and my reviewers and my editor and everything else. So I can't go too fast so that I don't make everybody mad at me. Terry asks, Disney asks, when are you coming back to see us? It seems like forever since I've been to Disney World, thanks to the surgery and everything else. And as soon as I can get where I can walk more than a mile without wearing out and needing a 3-hour nap, we're definitely going to be there. I'm sad that so far we've missed the Food and Wine Festival this year. But we'll be back before Christmas for sure, because I love watching the decorations. And then Crystal Matz, wow, congratulations. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's all been a lot of fun and some great times. And happy birthday to you, Crystal. I know it's your birthday, so happy birthday. I hope you had a great one. And that's it for Tuesday Tidbits. That's what's going on this week. Next week, I may not be on, because we may not do a Tuesday Tidbits next week because I have surgery for my right eye, having cataract surgery. I'm just getting everything done this year. So be looking forward to when the next time is. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you soon.